material that's inspired by my latest place of employment. I was going to talk about, all the idiosyncrasies and all the mishaps that occur when working a customer service job. But I feel that the situation has sort of changed a little bit. You see, my boss is actually in attendance this evening, which I...
It's fine. It's fine. Wait, you know what? I came here to support you and to I'm Pam, hi. Don't change a thing. Just do what you were gonna do. This is totally cool. Nothing's gonna happen.
I mean, it's a little incriminating, and you have the authority to fire me, and I don't want to reveal any truthts about myself.
No. I came here to support you and, just to make you feel comfortable as your pal.
I appreciate that.
Supervisor. Your supervisor pal.
Yeah.
So. We had a falafel for lunch. He's great. So just do it. It's totally cool. I'm cool with it. Yeah, it was great.
If you promise you're not gonna get upset.
Nothing is gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen.
All right, then
I'm here with your cohort. It's great.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Pam. All right, I'll do it. I'll do the bit. So I recently got hired by the Barnes Foundation, which is a museum on the Parkway. For those of you who don't know. It has an extensive collection of Impressionist paintings. I was really excited to get this job because it's one of my favorite museums in the city. I was also just a bit apprehensive to take this position because my first experience there, it's a little shameful. So the first time I visited the Barnes Foundation, I was with my friend and we were tripping on mushrooms.
Oh my God. It's fine. Other people, I'm sure, have gone there on drugs, so. It's fine. Not a panic.
So we were tripping on mushrooms, and they were definitely working. I don't think there was one Renoir I passed that I didn't very loudly ask, "Is that one moving for you? It's moving for me." It got to the point where security was definitely starting to trail us and keep an eye on us, making sure we weren't up to anything mischievous. But I found myself kind of zoning out and having a staring spell in front of this Matisse. And that's when I became acutely aware of just how stoned I was. Unconsciously, my finger started to gravitate right into my nostril, where it began pivoting around like so, digging for gold. And I managed to pull out a pretty healthy booger, which I then formed into a ball on the top of my thumb. And with my pointer finger cocked and just about ready to flick, I had a moment of clarity. And I remembered where I was and how inappropriate it would be for me to flick this booger, literally surrounded by priceless works of art. Feeling the pressure of security capturing me and throwing me into the booger prison that I had convinced myself was on the premises, I left this room and I went around the corner and found an inconspicuous place for me to deposit the evidence. So I found a little corner where I smeared my booger down and left a trail of mucus. Fast forward a year and a half later, I am now working in this institution, full uniform, name tag and all, hired by yours truly. And just on my first day, during my lunch break, to sort of relieve myself of the guilt I had, I wanted to go visit the scene of the crime. Because of course, why would it still be there? They cleaned it up, right? No, lo and behold, that booger is still there, crusted over, dangling just out of the jurisdiction of housekeeping. Now that looms over me, and I just don't really know what to do about it. See what I mean? It's funny, right?
Hold on, I just want to make sure that I heard this properly. I just want to make sure that this is what you actually said to everybody. That you use the museum as a tissue for your boogers. Is that what you said?
So to speak, yeah.
Okay. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What? You are a deplorable little piece of shit!
God, did you hear what he said? Now raise your hand if you need to call Bernard in housekeeping and apologize. Who needs to call Bernard in housekeeping and apologize? Raise your hand. Ooh. Emma, so you want to find out how serious I am? You want to?
I gotta call Bernard.
You need to call Bernard and apologize because what you did is unthinkable. And you are. Don't look at me, look on the ground. You are unlookatable. And you know what you are? You are unemployed. What? Don't even bother showing up at work tomorrow, you human feces. You filthy booger pervert. You deviant. Oh my God. Do you want a job tomorrow?
Yeah.
Honey, you look clean. You look clean. That's it. You know what? Zach Decker is human feet. Raise your hand if you were a shit smear. Raise your hand if you were Zach Decker, a shit smear. Who is a human shit smear? Right, that's right.
And I am leaving because I cannot stand the look of a shit smear on stage. Don't look at me, look on the ground. I'm apologizing for you. I'm sorry you had to see that. That was terrible. I'm sorry, beautiful people. I apologize for his filth. I'm in the back now. You can carry on with your cohort.
Wow, holy shit, that was so fucking funny. Oh, guys, listen, how about, we're gonna take like 10 minutes so everybody can smoke cigarettes.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. I just need a moment of everybody's time. I'm so
Truly, man.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Can I just have a moment? Oh, is this gonna be okay? Let me just.
Oh, God, I just want to take a moment. In light of what you just saw, I feel like I owe you an apology. Oh, not for beating the shit out of that fucking stain of a human, berating him. I'm not sorry for that. He deserved that. But what I am sorry for is that I don't think I'm being totally transparent with you guys. Okay, I just want to let you know that the Barnes wasn't always in Philadelphia. You guys know this?
Yeah.
It used to be on the main line in Marion. Right? And when I was hired to work there, I was an immature 55-year-old adult. I was 42. I was wild. I was experimental, you know? I did things. I had my obsessions. Fingernails and children's teeth. No, we're not going to get into how I found them, but what I will tell you is that in December, when it was cold, Mitzi Horowitz would come in every Thursday to the Barnes. And I worked front of the house, so I would take her mink and put it into coat check. And when she came back to get it, it would be 3 pounds heavier, lined with children's teeth and fingernails. And the 15th time that happened to her, she had a nervous breakdown. So then I moved on. I would go to the local fishmonger. I was really into white sardines. Very small, very fresh. And what I would do is I would bribe Carolyn, who was the guard in the West Wing, and I would take them. And I don't know if you know this, but the Barnes has a room that's just full of small vessels, you know, with little caps that go on and off, little tea kettles, and an oriental vase. Oh, Asian, Chinese, ching chong. And so what I would do is I would take a small piece of fish and I would just put it in every vessel I could find. And the next day, it would smell like a vagrant had vomited in a Le Creuset and put it in an oven. It smelled like baked vomit in there. Well, then I moved on to the grounds. They're beautiful if you like chrysanthemums. But it was very close to a bus stop, and so I would find an occasional diaper. And I would take that used diaper and I would put it in the gift shop next to the postcards. And then I would look for anyone wearing a Tag Heuer watch. And I would convince them to buy that diaper for, I don't know, $200 or $500. Well, after I sold my 75th diaper, I realized I was an artist. And so what I started doing was I would get a fleet enema in the morning. And I would take it to me to work, and I would give myself an enema in the ladies. And then I would just squirt all over the East Wing. And that is why they had to move to the Parkway. Thank you. I feel like I've really lightened the mood in here. Thank you. I'm Pam. Come and see me for Zach Decker's job. Pam at the Barnes. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
For you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Thank you, Pam. Wow, what a rich history the Barnes has. Who knew? Oh, my God. Okay, well, this time for real, though. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break so everybody can smoke cigarettes. How does that sound?
Yeah!
All right, well, see you back here in 10 minutes. Hey, babes.